Christmas came early. Rolex has changed the pre-owned watch game. In the aftermath of Rolex's announcement that they would be kicking off a program to certify pre-owned watches, there are a couple of important details that everyone needs to know about. In this video, we've put together each and every bit, including answers to some of the most burning questions, and of course, what some of the insiders of the watch industry have to say about the development. For those unaware, here's your headline. Rolex has finally gotten right into the grey market. The launch of the program to certify pre-owned watches could actually be the real deal. To recap, it has quite a lot of pros: the provision of a warranty, a certification of authenticity, and perhaps even more importantly, the opportunity to buy those extremely scarce timepieces with long waiting lists. Another exciting thing about the program is that it marks the very first time the Swiss luxury timepiece manufacturer would acknowledge the significance of a secondary market for its watches, as the program now allows retailers in the official network of the brand to have firm control over the used market and the distribution of their products as well, which on paper should seemingly checkmate a lot of the long-standing issues they have had with flippers and supply. At the moment, the only confirmed location for the launch would be at 6 Bucherer boutiques across the continent of Europe, specifically the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Austria, Denmark, and of course, Switzerland. If you can't gain access to these boutiques due to proximity, don't despair. Rolex has all but confirmed the program would make its way to the official retailers of the luxury brand come spring 2023. But how does the process even work either way? For starters, as a part of the program, watches purchased by jewelers from customers would be sent directly to Rolex for a thorough inspection. While inspecting, the timepiece would also get serviced, including a complete verification and revision of each and every part. Rolex would then send the watch back to the dealer to provide a new type of certificate that guarantees the piece to be authentic and finally include the 2-year warranty. The official dealers that would be taking part in the pre-owned network would display a special certified pre-owned plaque from Rolex, which would all bear a seal cementing the timepiece to be certified. Also, at the time of sale, a guarantee card would be delivered, confirming that the watch is genuine and fully functional. In a statement made by Rolex, they claimed only their official network can offer such juicy guarantees to consumers. Thanks to their skills and technical expertise, the retailers ensure the continued smooth functioning of each timepiece over the years. Only the official Rolex network is able to provide these guarantees. So far, everything looks sensational, but there's a catch. The guarantee would be given according to exacting quality criteria for all Rolex products while carrying a 2-year warranty, which starts counting right from the date of resale. Also, the program would only authenticate used Rolex timepieces that are at least 3 years old, point blank, in a bid to dissuade the age-old foe of Rolex, the flippers, whose sole aim is to buy watches and then sell them off almost immediately at prices way above retail. Finally, non-authorized dealers who practice the sale of used watches either physically or online, as well as auction houses, ultimately wouldn't be allowed to take part in the program. It's worth mentioning that the success of this program may only be marginally visible in its early stages, but a big, or better yet, 2 big elephants in the room that it immediately addresses are authenticity and performance, both of which are extremely important metrics for consumers who enjoy shopping the used market. With all of these scintillating opportunities, why wouldn't this be one of the hottest topics in the horology scene at the moment? So, who are the biggest winners? Let's be honest about this. If there were to be one, the answer would simply be the consumers. It's been a long time coming, but if utilised right, consumers would now be able to buy basically any scarce model off the shelf from any Rolex boutique out there with some warranties to match. Did you know that Rolex isn't the first brand to sell its own secondary merchandise? Thanks to millennial and Gen Z shoppers, the pre-owned market for watches has seen a significant increase over the past 2 decades. And while not everyone may have been aware, Rolex isn't the first brand to come for their slice of the pie. In 2018, Richemont got into the used market by acquiring Watchfinder. Also, just last year, Hodinkee recently hopped into the pre-owned game by buying Crown and Caliber. Other brands like Audemars Piguet and Cartier even operate their special certified pre-owned watch program. While many brands have distanced themselves from the pre-owned market, a couple of others have weighed the rewards and recognized its juicy value by making it more secure or controlling the entire segment. Certifying a pre-owned item has long been part of other luxury industries. We've seen car companies like Ferrari and even Porsche, for example, put down their badges of authenticity on used vehicles over the years. But the big question arises, what could this mean for Rolex and its collectors? While Rolex's ambition to enter the second-hand market through the creation of this initiative may be a surprise twist, it is really one of the Swiss company's most sensible paths ahead. You may or may not be a fan of Rolex, but over the years, Rolex boutiques all over the world have had a crippling supply of a lot of models. If you walked right into a store, you'd see empty display cases displaying the dreaded "for exhibition only" signs. And let's not even talk about the fact, no matter how much you're willing to spend, getting that favoured timepiece would still be impossible unless you took a visit to the grey market. Also, with the announcement of plans to build a new factory to the tune of $1 billion in Switzerland, things are finally looking up. Before we go into what you should expect in terms of pricing, there are a couple of details that you should pay attention to. For starters, no two pre-owned watches would ever be identical in terms of their maintenance history or condition. When comparing a certified pre-owned Rolex to other pre-owned Rolexes without their papers or box, the prices would have a significant disparity. You see, the reason pre-owned watches that have those documents sell more than their counterparts without them is simply due to the established authenticity from the buyer's perspective, because they know they will get their money's worth. When buying a watch that doesn't include those papers, the fact that potential buyers have to take that big leap of faith in regard to the watch's authenticity makes it easy to understand why they are priced considerably lower. So, are you curious about our approach to the price comparisons of Rolex certified pre-owned watches? We looked into Bucherer to find current non-certified pre-owned Rolex listings that match the certified pre-owned versions. With that, we discovered some early clues. The certified Rolex timepieces seem to come with a premium amount, with model popularity being a key factor as well. In addition to that, the popularity of the given model may play a heavy role too. The widely in-demand timepieces like the Submariner appear to be higher than premiums for the Oyster Perpetual and Datejust models. Here are the prices via Bucherer. The Rolex Oyster Perpetual 36 has a retail price of $5,800. But when this same non-certified pre-owned watch has a box, its papers and a 2-year warranty, it becomes $7,500. However, the Rolex certified pre-owned piece has an asking price of $8,538. For the Rolex Datejust 36, the retail price is around $8,750. But in the non-certified version with papers and no box with a 2-year warranty, we saw an increase to $9,150. For the certified version, it had an asking price of $11,740. Finally, with a retail price of $8,950, the Rolex Submariner has its non-certified version with a box, papers and a 2-year warranty period at $13,000. But here's where the price increase for in-demand models comes into play. On Bucherer, the Rolex certified pre-owned Submariner was priced at $18,142. So what do the experts have to say about the program? Tim Strake, the co-CEO of Chrono24, via a press statement stated, "I believe it will incentivize even more first-time buyers to try to get their hands on their first Swiss trophy timepiece. Already we see Rolex making up 44% plus of all purchase requests from our 18 to 34 users. I anticipate this announcement will only fan the flames of demand for Rolex on our platform, and we're very excited to see how Geneva's other luxury brands will respond." Danny Govberg, the owner of Govberg Jewelers, which is an authorised Rolex dealer, executive chairman of Watchbox, said, "I applaud Rolex and fully support their CPO initiative. In addition to showing real leadership, Rolex is demonstrating its commitment to the customer, who continues to crave lasting quality and authenticity. Rolex is best positioned to educate, serve and service clients seeking the perpetual excellence that Rolex represents."